Boost Club meets the first Tuesday of the month, and they feed all these teams. The Boost Club will be feeding the Nauset team tonight.
Right now we're watching the start of the 200-yard freestyle relay. Lane 3, 4 tremendous swimmers: Isabella Day, Frances Stedman, Isabella Roberts, Ashley Wilson. We're going to be giving lane 4 a run for their money. It's going to come right down to Ashley Wilson, I predict, in this event. Lane 5 is Tanya Theratana, Beth Melodies, Eliza Stedman, Willow Kane. And in lane 1, Kobe Moore, Hannah Kelsey, Sophie Cool, and Lauren Brissett. My apologies, I couldn't read that. Right now, the lane to watch is lane 4, starting to open this up. It's going to make it really hard for Ashley Wilson to catch this final swimmer once she hits that block. The third person is in the water is Isabella Roberts. If anybody can catch up, it's going to be Isabella. She's been looking strong earlier in this meet. She's got a nice reach, nice stroke. She looks beautiful in the water. She looks very mature for her age, her level of swimming at 14. Ashley can pull this off, this would be unbelievable. She's going to have to really take hard and motor, which she looks to be doing. I think it's just too much of a gap for her to catch up. 2 body lengths ahead, but first place is going to go to Nauset, a fast 200 freestyle relay team, a time of 1:48.33. Nice swim for Nauset. Second place going to Nantucket, 1:51.21. And third place going to Nantucket, a time of 1:57.65. The team at Theratana, Malavey, Stedman, and Kane. Nice job.
Well, unofficially, I have it 64-63. The girls are ahead, so the disqualification is keeping Nantucket in it right now. The disqualification, as we said, was a big 15-point swing, but now all of a sudden that 15-point swing and Nantucket is only up by 1 point here, Paula. And as you say, there's tons of times left here. We're only starting the fourth quarter. Plenty of time left.
Absolutely.
The boys, on the other hand, got themselves 3 more now? For the girls, 3 more for the boys, too.
Right now, 200-yard freestyle relay, lane 3, Halsey Aguirre, Ronan Daly, Emmett Daly, Gus Day. Gus Day had a great swim earlier. We saw him win, I think it was 200 free. In lane 5, Callahan Bartlett, Bo Wilson, W. Pittman, and Carter Poole. In lane 1, C. Marino, M. Ravencroft, Lee Geddes, and C. Patterson. I apologize, Dick, I don't have your first name, so the few kids that I don't know.
Yeah, some of them we know, some of them we don't, so we have to go with the initials.
To acknowledge them all, are doing a great job in the pool, but right now Nauset with a rather sloppy swimmer in first place, if I do say that. I don't know how he did that. Pulled off that first place win in that spot there, but right now Nauset in a lead by a body length. But the Daly brothers have been proven pretty tough in this pool, and then Gus Day is swimming solid this season. There's a lot of S's, try that. Yeah. Swimming solid this season.
Hey, Paula, tongue twister.
Tongue twister. Nauset looks like they're going to pick up the first in this event. It's a similar scenario as we had on the ladies' side, 2 body lengths of a pool.
Nantucket in lane 3 is going to make it interesting, though. They're not going to hand it to them.
As you well know, usually your anchor on the team is usually just a touch stronger than everybody else, and I know Gus Day is talented in the pool, but this is going to be a tough one to pull off. Never say never. This kid from Nauset is motoring in lane 4, Dick. Check him out. This must be the kid that swam the 50 free earlier. He's definitely
he's a state swimmer. You're right there.
Wow, he is fast. Not the cleanest swimmer out there, but he is incredibly fast as he motors for home in a time of 1:41.20. Nantucket taking second in lane 3 with a time of 1:45.81. School record on the boys' side in the 200 free. You ready for this? Hold on to your bathing suit. 1:33.30.
Is that a school record?
No.
No.
133.
It's a school record. So Nantucket gets a second and fourth.
Wow, this is really going to come. This is reminding me of the days when we covered the Bohannon brothers swimming for Nauset. It would come right down to the wire. We had the Wallaces, the Tools, the Garufis. I mean, doesn't this remind you of that?
That does, yeah.
It was just like right down to the wire. The pool would be packed as it is tonight. You got a really good crowd here for this event.
Well, the Nantucket boys polo lead is 76-63, but we got to remember that the boys picked up 13 points in the swimming. Without those 13 points, it would be tied right now. So the Nantucket boys are just ahead by their diving points.
Wow, that's too close for comfort. 100-yard backstroke. Alex Shannon, phenomenal in this event in lane 3. Audrey Snell, ditto for her in lane 5, and Isabella Day in lane 1. 3 strong backstrokers in this. Remember, you want that head back, nice and relaxed. That elbow's coming by the ear. Your pinky's coming in first. Keep your head back in this stroke. Turns are critical in this right now, and watch the girl from Nauset. She has a great turn, and ditto for Alex Shannon in lane 3. 2 seasoned backstrokers here. School record in this event was set 103.57 by Ainsley Ellis. You're not going to see that go down today, but you are going to see some nice times in this event. Alex Shannon is pouring it on. She wants to tip her head back a little bit more. She's closing in on him. It's just not quite enough of a kick at the end as the girl from Nauset touches the wall in a time of 104.61. Second place, Alex Shannon with a time of 106.50. Third place going to Nauset at a time of 109.85.
So Nantucket gets a second, a fourth, and a fifth.
Isabella Day in 5th place for the time
For
of
7. Nauset gets a first and a third for 9.
Audrey Snell in a time of...
So right now, unofficial, I have Nauset ahead by a point, 72-71 on the girls' side.
It's 120.65. That doesn't seem right. 111.56. The times on the...
They're having trouble. They're having trouble with the times, yeah.
Right now, it's on the boys' side for the 100 backstroke. 4 lengths of the pool. School record in this event is held by Henry Butler.
Henry, you know, I was looking up at all those. I was looking up at all those names earlier, and I'm no for sure, but I'm saying which name goes back the furthest, which is the longest standing record, and I'd have to guess Henry Butler. I'd have to guess Henry Butler is the name that's been up
the
up
big
there.
chill, Henry Butler.
I mean, he was up. His name has been up there the longest, right?
He was such a laid back, you know, kind of kid, just very quiet, unassuming. But he got a water boy. He could rip. I mean, he's a great swimmer. 100 backstroke. We're watching Callahan Barton in lane 5, Ronan Daly in lane 3, and in 1, Zephyr. I love him. Zemicki. He's come skiing with us before in Vermont. Zephyr Zemicki in lane 1.
Check out Island Pharmacy. No waiting for prescription refills. Phone ahead 228-6416. Island Pharmacy will have your prescription waiting for you when you arrive.
Jeff Schneider's back in the pool. I love his enthusiasm. Right now, it's Nauset going to be touching first. As he leaned in, that's the way you want to do it. Time of 108.75. Second place going to Nauset, 110.06, and third, 110.30. Listen to tenths of a second separating them. So what a swim. That was turned in by Ronan Daly. He gets a point.
So he gets a third on that?
He does, 110.30.
So Nantucket got a third and a fourth. Oh, here comes Nauset on the boys' side. Nantucket gets 5 there. Nauset gets 11. This is the third straight race when Nauset is really clobbered the boys. Nantucket's lead now is down to 81-74. So all of a sudden, the boys starting to feel the pressure of Nauset coming at them.
I want to give Callahan Barton a Tommy point. He's swimming 123.47, good enough for 4th. They need those 3rd, 4th, and 5th places. Nice swim by Callahan. He's a bit of an unsung hero on the team, but he's always bringing in those points. Nice job. 100 breaststroke. We are watching Isabella Roberts in lane 4, Frances Stedman in lane 5, Eliza Stedman in lane 1. From what I've read, I believe this is Isabella Roberts' forte. Much like my nephew Bo, the breaststroke was his stroke. He owned it. And right now, Isabella Roberts is looking beautiful in lane 3, although being challenged by lane 5 by Frances Stedman.
Well, the girls need it because they're down a point.
Frances Stedman, she's phenomenal on that soccer field, and I'm starting to recognize how phenomenal she is in the pool as well, Dick.
Check out Fairby's Food, fun atmosphere, and fair prices at the fairground. All menu items available for takeout at the fairground.
We're going to give the nod to Isabella Roberts. She's a little bit deeper in that pole kicking glide momentum that you want to bring it into the wall. Nice swim. That's the way to swim the breaststroke.
And Nantucket gets a first and a second.
Excellent. 1:10.93.
In the 5th.
I'll tell you, the school record is owned by Isabella Roberts in 1:11.57, and guess what? If the score is true, she just broke her own school record. Congratulations to Isabella Roberts. You know, on the boys' side, Isabella Roberts, excellent. Say that again, 1:09.30.
Well, that was a big race for the Wheelers, getting the 1-2 there. They got 11 points for her, giving the girls 82 to 77, so they got a 5-point lead.
Second place went to Frances Stedman, correct, in a time of 1:12.72. Am I right? So it was a 1-2 Nantucket punch?
Yes, 1-2 punch.
On the boys' side, we're getting ready for the 100 breast. The school record is owned by none other than Bo Groovy in a time of 1:35.102. While I have time, I want to congratulate my nephew on qualifying for the Worlds in the triathlon. That's really exciting.
That's super.
Super. 100 breaststroke. We are watching Josiah Patterson in lane 5, Elias Lowry in lane 3, and Bo Wilson in lane 1. Lowry in lane 3, he's got a nice stroke. I'm not familiar with him, but I'll have to do my homework on him. And the same for the kid from Nauset. I'm going to say they're pretty even, Steven. It's a stroke difference between the two. Whoever comes off this wall staying under longer is going to be the winner in the 4th lane. Sounds like a horse race.
Everything is close here. It's unbelievable.
They came up literally at the same time. I don't know if we caught that on the camera. Half a body length to swimmer from Nauset, but you know, Elias Lowry's making his mark in the world of breaststroking here. I'm giving him a Tommy point. Awesome swimming. Nauset first place, 1:11.02, but the story in this swim was
Nantucket gets a second and a third.
1:13.96. What a phenomenal swim. Third place, 1:18.81, going to Josiah Patterson. Awesome swim.
So second and third for Nantucket for 7. Nauset gets a first, 4th, and a 5th for 9. So unofficial, I have the boys ahead by 5 and the girls ahead by 5 as we go into the last race. It's all unofficial. This is
final race of the day. In lane 3, we're looking at Ashley Wilson, Nicole Gottlieb, Dakota Dragon, Sophie Davies. In lane 5, it's Willow Kane, Lauren Brissett, Eliza Stedman, Alex Shannon. I'm reciting this like a Christmas card list. I'm learning all these names now. In lane 1, it is Audrey Snell, Sophie Poole, Ella Gammons, and Beth Malabays. So I know Beth Malabays is a strong softball player, correct?
correct.
400-yard freestyle relay. School record is held by Brianna Vittorini, Rachel Snyder, whose parents are here, Caitlin and A.C. Ellison, a time of 3:55.60. I'll tell you, check out lane 2, Dick. This girl
I know
from
it.
Nauset.
I know it.
Yeah.
Where did she come from?
No idea.
You don't usually see a lane 2 like that flying, but she.
No, usually 3 and 4 are your forte, but Lane 2, you know, they could be the sleeper. Maybe they did their lineup a little bit differently to confuse Nantucket somehow. Who knows? But Lane 2 is taking over this.
Lane 2 is going to give them the early lead, that's for sure.
Might have done that on purpose. A little bit of strategy, who knows? Because when you're breathing and you're racing, you're recognizing that Lane 4 if you're in that middle lane.
Well, a first and a third by Nauset would give them the lead here, I believe. So Nantucket's got to not let that happen. Nantucket's got to get a second and third or a first.
Ashley Wilson, she swam beautifully, so solid in lane 3, but that girl from Nauset, she had her by 2 body lengths. I don't know where she came from, that girl.
Well, we're catching her now, though.
Absolutely.
Three is catching 2.
Yep, Nicole Gottlieb's doing her thing in lane 3, and she's moving up on lane 2. They must have put their ringer out in that first line. I'm taking a guess, Nauset. Whereas Nantucket's deep all the way.
Remember, Don Allen Ford, new and used vehicles on sale at Don Allen Ford. Check out the quick lane service at Don Allen Ford.
Right now, it's a photographic finish here as they finished into that third length with 2, 3, 4. They're separated by like 1/100th of a second if you look at the
Well,
time.
Nantucket's got to win it, Paul. They can't take just a second. They got to win it. By my scoring, just a second won't give them the meet.
Oh, you're kidding. Well, you know what? We might be getting our wish because right now it looks like Dakota Dragon is turning it on. Let's go, Dakota! Dakota Dragon could be the difference in this event. This is going to come down to Sophie Davies, who's got an injured back in lane 3. This is going to be, wow.
Unbelievable finish here. The whole meet's on the line.
Stroke to stroke here, but right now Dakota Dragon's getting the nod. She seems to have a little bit more in the tank. And Sophie Davies with her back injury, hold on. This girl from Nauset, Cunningham, is one of the best in the state, so this is going to be really tough. Well, notice how deep she is under
Dakota
water.
did her job, but Nantucket's going against the best right here, Paula. What a job by Dakota.
Cunningham out of Nauset's one of the best in the state right now in the freestyle. I mean, you just can't compare with her stroke there. And with Sophie Davies not feeling 100%, they might have wanted to have switched that lineup. Maybe put Ashley Wilson, or I think I would have put Dakota Dragon in that anchor position.
I mean, that girl from Nauset, she's just skimming the top of the water, Paula. Look at how she just stays on the top of the water.
That's the mark of a great swimmer, you know. She's just utilizing that S stroke and.
Look, I mean, 90% of her body's out of the water, where if you look at the other girls, it's like 50-50 most of the time.
The other girls are fighting themselves in the water. You don't want to be fighting yourself in the water. You want to make the water work for you. Nauset getting first place at a time at 3:53.78. You got to hand it to him. What a powerful swim. And Sophie Davies, second place. Her team 3:59.38. What an effort those girls put out, though. Ashley Wilson, Nicole Gottlieb, Dakota Dragon, who turned that race around.
So Nauset did it. They got the first and third. So Nantucket only picks up 4 points to go to 92. Nauset picks up 10 points to go to 93. So a one point victory by the Nauset ladies, 93-92.
Nice job by Beth Malabays, bringing it home in lane 1.
So now the boys are facing the same thing, Paula. They got to get a first or a second and a third. Just a second won't do it for them either.
So wait, they have to get a first and a third?
They got to get a first or a second and a third.
First and or a second and a third.
See what happened here on the girls' side? They had to get a first, which they didn't get, but then they had to get a second and third. Nauset got the first and a third, hence those 2 points for the third swung Nauset ahead, and Nauset wins the meet unofficially 93-92. Even with that big disqualification.
That just shows you how solid Nauset is and why they were the state champs a couple of years ago. They've always just turned out a top-notch program. This meet did not disappoint today. Both sides have swam unequivocally, the best. So now swum all season.
So the boys are going in here with an 82-77 lead, and it's the same thing. they gotta keep swimming. The place became awful quiet because everybody realized what just happened and what could happen here again.
I think they probably do realize that the final event of the day, the 400-yard freestyle relay, Gus Day, Halsey Aguirre, Jacob Aloisi, and Henry Blackwell. And right now it's going to be lanes 3 and 4, although lane 5 with Lowry, Pittman, O'Connor, and Daly. So you said we either need a first or a second and a third, is that right?
Yes.
Wow. A lot of pressure on Gus Day right now, but right now he's swimming beautifully.
I mean,
he's tired.
Some of the parents are in shock down there that are helping out. You can see tears in their eyes because they just realized just what happened, losing this meet by 1 point. You can't be any closer, you know. No matter what game you play, when you lose by 1 point, it's tough. But in swimming, where there's 200 points up for grabs and you lose by 1, it's unbelievable.
It's like a great high school rivalry going on here right now. But right in swimming, Nauset and Nantucket, Gus Day touching in first place. Awesome swim by Gus Day, setting the pace for his teammate Halsey Aguirre in the water right now. But this is going to be really, really close. It's going to come down to experience in the pool, pacing yourself. You got a lot of freshman and sophomore swimmers on this team, Dick. They don't want to let nerves get the better of them. They got to keep it cool, calm, and collect, and keep that breathing under control and stay focused. Right now, it is neck to neck with Halsey Aguirre and this kid from Nauset. Kid from Nauset is wasting a lot of energy as he's moving his body side to side as he's swimming, but he is edged ahead of Halsey Aguirre, not by much.
The Nantucket boys are up by 23 at one time, and it's balances right here. Nantucket girls are up by 13 at one time.
Wow, Halsey Aguirre losing a couple body lengths there. Jacob Aloisi in the water. This kid, though, is on fire in the water from what I see. If somebody can bring it up a notch, it's going to be Jacob. The question is, can he catch him in this 4th-length race? Kid from Nauset looks pretty powerful in the water. Not the cleanest swimmer, but fast. Jacob looks like he's gaining on him.
I had the score wrong there. The girls lost by a point, but it was 87-86.
Wow, that's a heartbreaker. Jacob's definitely caught up on this guy, though. If he can turn it on in this final length, this could be a dead even heat for the win, leaving it all on the shoulders of Henry Blackwell. Jacob Aloisi's done his job. He's caught up really nicely. Awesome swim, Jacob. Wow, I'm impressed. Awesome swim. Jacob Aloisi really tightening that up there, handing it off to Henry Blackwell. Came off a little sloppy on that block. You've got to be pristine in your delivery off that block. Don't want to go too deep, Dick, then you're going to waste those nanoseconds. But right now, Henry Blackwell
it's going to be 3rd place. It's going to determine it unless Nantucket catches him here.
2 lengths in the pool. You might want to stand for this one. This is going to be an unbelievable finish, Dick. And the difference between a win and a lose, correct? Henry Blackwell's got the home crowd.
Nantucket wins this race, they win it.
Henry Blackwell's got the home crowd. He looks like he's breathing well. He's got to dig it in. Henry Blackwell.
Here it comes for the victory. This is for the victory.
Wow. Oh my gosh,
this is for the victory. Yay!
Swim. Nice job. Wow, they are going to be breaking the school record, those boys. Awesome. First in Nantucket, second in Nauset. Wow. Lane 5 getting 3rd place. Josiah Patterson with a time of 4:13.44. This meet did not disappoint Dick. Wow. That was not a photo finish, that was a clear and precise win by Nantucket. That lineup of Day, Aguirre, Aloisi, and Blackwell. Way to swim, boys. Nice job.
Well, I have the Nantucket boys winning 96-89. Nauset got excited there when they came in with a third. I didn't understand why they were so excited. It just finishing third.
You know what? You're swimming against Nauset. It's one of the best teams in the state, so anything's to be excited. I'm thrilled for the 4th and 5th place teams just to be pulling out the swims that they're pulling. These are some fast times we're seeing right now. As we're cheering the final team of the day of Moreno, Geddes, Ravenscroft, and Patterson in lane 1. Let's give them a big hand. Nice job.
So a very exciting meet here, and unofficially we have the split with the girls for Nauset doing it and the boys for Nantucket doing it.
Wow.
So, final comments, Paula?
Great meet, did not disappoint, delivered exactly what I thought it would. And disappointing the girls lost by 1 point, but it appears as though the boys won, correct?
Correct.
By how much, do you know?
I have the boys winning 96-89 by 7.
Wow. Wow, I actually was thinking it was, I didn't know what I thought. I hear the word Nauset, it's synonymous with strong swimming, so it was a great meet all the way around. And go Patriots!
Go Patriots. Okay, we thank Paula for calling today's meet. Gino Gang on camera. This is Dick Herman saying good night for TV 99, Wheel Sports TV. Remember to put a smile on your face each and every day, even if they'll laugh at yourself. And as Paula said, go Patriots!